You've just received your paycheck. Your eyes light up at the sight of your hard-earned money. But then, a sense of confusion sets in. How much should you spend? How much should you save? And how do you balance your immediate desires with your long-term financial goals? If these questions often cross your mind, you're not alone. Many of us grapple with these decisions every payday. But what if I told you there's a simple rule that can help you manage your money more effectively? Welcome to our channel. Today we're talking about the 50-30-20 rule, a straightforward budgeting method that can help you take control of your finances. So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on our next videos. The 50-30-20 rule is a budgeting guideline that divides your after-tax income into 3 categories: needs, wants, and savings. This rule was popularized by Elizabeth Warren, a U.S. Senator and Harvard bankruptcy law expert, in her book, All Your Worth: The Ultimate Lifetime Money Plan. The idea is to allocate 50% of your income to needs, 30% to wants, and the remaining 20% to savings. The beauty of this rule lies in its simplicity and adaptability. It's designed to provide a balanced financial framework that can be tailored to fit different income levels and financial goals. Now let's break down the 50-30-20 rule and understand what each category means. Needs, 50%. This category should comprise no more than 50% of your after-tax income. So what exactly qualifies as a need? Needs are the bills and expenses that are essential for your survival and well-being. They are the things you can't avoid paying for no matter what. This includes your rent or mortgage payments, utilities like electricity and water, groceries to feed yourself and your family, health insurance, and basic transportation costs. If you have a car, this would include your car payment, gas, and auto insurance. If you use public transportation, this would be your fare or pass. And remember, these are not the luxuries or nice-to-haves. These are the must-haves, the non-negotiables. Wants, 30%. This category is allocated 30% of your income. Wants are the non-essential items that enhance your lifestyle. They are the things that bring you joy and make life more enjoyable, but you could live without them if necessary. This includes dining out at restaurants, going on vacations, entertainment like movies and concerts, shopping for clothes or gadgets, and other discretionary expenses. It's important to remember that while these things are enjoyable, they should not take up more than 30% of your income. You know this category requires careful management because it's very easy to overspend on wants. Savings, 20%. The remaining 20% of your income should go towards your financial goals. This is the part of your income that you pay to your future self. It could be anything from paying off debt, building an emergency fund, saving for a down payment on a house, or investing for retirement. And this category is all about ensuring your financial stability and preparing for the future. It's about making sure you're not just living for today, but also planning for tomorrow. So we've broken down the 50-30-20 rule, but why should you consider using it? Well, let me tell you, this rule isn't just a budgeting tool. It's a lifestyle change that offers numerous benefits. One of the biggest advantages of the 50-30-20 rule is its simplicity. There's no need for complex spreadsheets or budgeting software. All you need to do is divide your income into 3 broad categories. This simplicity makes it easy for anyone to understand and implement, regardless of their financial knowledge or experience. Another plus point is that it's flexible and adaptable. It can be tailored to fit different income levels and financial goals. Whether you're a student living on a tight budget or a high earner looking to maximize your savings, this rule can work for you. Moreover, this rule promotes a balanced approach to personal finance. It ensures that you're not just living for today, but also planning for tomorrow. By allocating a specific portion of your income to needs, wants, and savings, you can enjoy your money now while also preparing for the future. Implementing the 50-30-20 rule requires you to take a close look at your income and expenses. This can increase your financial awareness and help you understand where your money is going. It can also highlight areas where you might be overspending and need to cut back. Simple. Another advantage it gives is it can help you build financial stability. Whether it's an emergency fund for unexpected expenses or a retirement fund for your golden years, This rule encourages you to prioritize savings. Let's not forget about peace of mind. Knowing that you have a plan for your money can reduce financial stress and give you confidence in your financial future. So, all the benefits of the 50-30-20 rule sound great, right? But how do you actually implement it in your life? Well, the first step in implementing the 50-30-20 rule is to calculate your after-tax income. This is the amount you take home after all deductions like taxes, Social Security, and health insurance are taken out. If you have a salaried job, this is your take-home pay. If you're self-employed, it's your business income minus your business expenses and taxes. Just remember, the 50-30-20 rule applies to your after-tax income, not your gross income. The next step is to categorize your expenses into needs, wants, and savings. This might take some time initially, but it's a crucial step in understanding where your money is going. Start by listing all your expenses for a typical month. Then, categorize each expense as a need, want, or saving. Be honest with yourself during this process. It's easy to misclassify wants as needs. Once you've categorized your expenses, it's time to track your spending. You can do this manually using a spreadsheet or use a budgeting app. There are many free and paid budgeting apps available that can automatically categorize your expenses and help you track your spending. It allows you to see if you're sticking to the 50-30-20 rule. After tracking your spending for a few months, you'll have a good idea of where your money is going. If you find that you're overspending in one category and underspending in another, it's time to adjust your spending. The goal is to get your spending in line. The 20% of your income allocated to savings isn't just for stashing away in a savings account. It's meant to help you achieve your financial goals. This could be anything from building an emergency fund, paying off debt, saving for a down payment on a house, or investing for retirement. Having clear financial goals can motivate you to stick to the 50-30-20 rule. And remember that your income and expenses can change over time, so it's important to review and adjust your budget regularly. Maybe you got a raise at work, or perhaps your rent went up. By doing this regularly, you can ensure that it still aligns with the 50-30-20 rule and adjust as needed. Well, you're all set to implement the 50-30-20 rule, but beware. There are some common mistakes people make when trying to follow this rule. One of the most common mistakes people make when implementing this rule is misclassifying wants as needs. As we've talked earlier, it's really easy to convince ourselves that certain luxuries are needs. For example, you might consider your gym membership a need because it's important for your health. However, while exercise is certainly a need, a gym membership is just one of many ways to fulfill that need, and perhaps not the most cost-effective one. Another mistake is not adjusting your budget as your income changes. You know your income can change over time due to raises, job changes, or life events like marriage or having children. So when your income changes, your budget should change too. If you get a raise, don't just increase your wants category. Instead, adjust all categories proportionally. Similarly, if your income decreases, you'll need to cut back on your wants and possibly adjust your needs. Moving on, don't forget about irregular expenses. You know some expenses don't occur monthly, but they still need to be accounted for in your budget. This includes things like annual insurance premiums, car maintenance, or holiday gifts. To avoid this mistake, make a list of your irregular expenses and estimate their total cost for the year. Then, divide that amount by 12 and include it in your monthly budget. There's another mistake that people make: not tracking the spending. You see, implementing the 50-30-20 rule requires you to track your spending. If you're not keeping track of where your money is going, you won't know if you're sticking to the rule. To avoid this mistake, simply use a budgeting app or a simple spreadsheet to track your expenses. Lastly, it's okay to take time. We know changing your financial habits takes time. Don't expect to perfectly implement the 50-30-20 rule right away. It's okay to gradually adjust your spending habits over time. Be patient with yourself and celebrate your progress. To recap, we started by introducing the 50-30-20 rule, a simple yet effective budgeting guideline that divides your after-tax income into 3 categories: needs, wants, and savings. We then discussed each category in detail, helping you understand what each one entails. We discussed the benefits of the 50-30-20 rule, including its simplicity, flexibility, and the financial awareness it promotes. We walked you through the steps to implement the rule, from calculating your after-tax income to tracking your spending and adjusting your budget as needed. Finally, we highlighted some common mistakes people make when implementing the rule and provided tips on how to avoid them. And before you go, don't forget to check out our video on how the wealthy make money using debt. If you enjoyed the info in this video, we'd love to hear from you. Have you tried the 50-30-20 money rule? What was your experience? Do you have any tips or tricks to share? Drop your comments below. And make sure you hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon. Thanks for watching.